6 and 11.
From the state capitol with news from across the Mountain State, this is West Virginia Tonight.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Mark Curtis. By all accounts, federal lawmakers finally seem to be close to an agreement on a new farm bill. The old farm bill expired October 1st, and the new bill has been stuck in a House-Senate conference committee as lawmakers try to hash out their differences between the Republican House bill and the bipartisan Senate bill. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Anna Wernicke reports on the countdown to an agreement.
We're close to getting it done.
Texas Republican Congressman Jody Arrington says the farm bill may finally be ready for harvest.
I think that now we all have an interest in getting it done.
Arrington says the bill has been stuck in conference committee for months. Lawmakers need to work out the differences between a bipartisan Senate bill and a decidedly Republican House bill, which included new work requirements for the food stamp program. Congress has just a dozen working days left to resolve its differences and hash out a final bill, or it's back to square one.
I don't want to start over and have the Democrat-controlled House have the pen to redo it.
Texas Republican Senator John Cornyn says America's farmers need Congress to get this done.
To give our farmers and ranchers the predictability and the certainty that they need and they deserve.
Ohio Democratic Senator Sherrod Brown says it's time the House comes to the negotiating table for the sake of America's farmers.
I would hope the House would see the handwriting on the wall. They lost their majority in part because of their partisanship on so many things.
A final deal is expected any day, and once that happens, both chambers will have to pass it, and the president will need to sign it all before Congress adjourns for the year. In Washington, I'm Anna Wernicke.
The West Virginia State Senate has a new majority leader. He's a physician by trade and has a reputation for wanting to work across the aisle. So what issues might benefit? Well, today we sat down with him and another leader to assess. When Senate President Mitch Carmichael gavels the legislature into session this year, he will have a new majority leader and Republican Senator Tom Takubo, a Kanawha County lung doctor. Takubo was just reelected to a second term in the Senate. Both he and his Democratic counterpart are promising to be more cooperative on certain issues.
I know for a fact that the people I serve with have hearts the size of elephants. I mean, they want West Virginia to win. It doesn't matter what initials at the back of their name.
And when the Democrats were in control, I mean, we worked with the Republicans really well. I mean, it was always a place where we were moderate and balanced and worked well with them. I think the last couple of years that's not really been the case as much.
And maybe they can. In separate interviews, each man brought up his top priority: free community and technical college tuition in West Virginia.
The House did not pass it, so it's my hope that we can do that to help try to build up our workforce. You know, we've got to try to continue to improve education to help our workforce, and those are the biggest things I think we have.
I know the college technical community bill to get people trades jobs, get them trained. RNs were in desperate need for nurses. Get people that maybe couldn't afford to get those educations in the past.
As a physician, Senator Takubo may be called on for his expertise on health issues such as medical marijuana and the state's opioid crisis. Senator Takubo replaces Senator Ryan Fearns as majority leader. Fearns was defeated in his bid for re-election from Ohio County. During the Board of Education meeting for Preston County Schools last night, the board voted unanimously to hold an election for an excess levy. The total levy package is for $4.5 million per year. A large portion of this levy will go towards maintenance of the school buildings. Proposals for lesser amounts were defeated in former elections, and this led to the possibility of closing Fellowsville Elementary and Rowellsburg schools. The superintendent of Preston County Schools says the passing of the levy still may not guarantee that these schools will remain open for good.
There are a lot of factors that go into that. You know, you have to look at enrollment numbers each year, and you have to look at your budget each year, and we have to maintain a balanced budget. So there's never a solid guarantee. I can say that if the levy passes this year, I'm pretty sure our board has no intentions of moving towards school closures at this time.
The election will be held Saturday, February 2nd, 2019. The first series of results after months of extensive surveying of school staffs, healthcare personnel, and community advocates was released this afternoon by the West Virginians for Affordable Health Care. It's called the Children's Collaborative Project. The goal is to better understand and link West Virginia students to better health care in schools. More than 4,000 surveys were distributed representing all 55 counties. The results, the needs of each student is different depending on the school and the region that the student is in. For instance, some survey results concluded that more school-based health centers are needed.
Sources, there are folks around the state who can really help do that. Some folks are going to say we need more school nurses, and I think that we would be very interested in advocating and helping them do that at the state level. Some will say more school counselors, some will say social workers.
Today's event served as a call to action. To get involved, you can go to the group's Facebook page. Well, today a retired federal agent earned the title of Distinguished West Virginian. Over the past 3 decades, Steve Rowley has helped recover more than $18 million from crime-related activities. Rowley received a special award today for the work he's done throughout his career. He says the key to success has been finding great supportive people to work with.
I certainly appreciate the governor for nominating me for this award and giving me this award. And it's just, one person can't do it themselves. You got to have very supportive supervisors and management.
The assets that were seized over the years were used to fund things such as training, law enforcement vehicles, and body armor. We also have new details on a shooting in Jefferson, West Virginia that happened last night. The Kanawha County Sheriff's Office says a man shot last night has now died. Deputies have identified him as James Taylor Morris. Investigators say Morris was shot in the neck outside of a home in the 6700 block of McCorkle Avenue in Jefferson. At this time, the Sheriff's Office has not released any information about a suspect, but it says there does not appear to be any danger to the public at this time. A man is now under arrest on 3 misdemeanor charges, including trespassing, after locking himself to a boom tractor for over 8 hours in protest of the Mountain Valley Pipeline. The supporting protesters tell us that this person hiked almost 30 minutes to the site early Tuesday morning to use himself as a human shield and stop a fracking gas operation. Appalachians Against Pipelines members say they have been active since February of this year to fight for a safer environment.
People just have like a real sense that their desires for like a safe environment to like protect their land and the mountains they live on are not being respected, that their voice isn't being listened to.
State Police and the Monroe County Sheriff's Office responded to the call. Well, I don't know about all of your locations, but I woke up to a dusting of snow in the Edgewood section of Charleston, way up on the hillside this morning. Chief Meteorologist Spencer Atkins is here with your first forecast. Spencer?
And now, Mark, we're down to kind of these squalls, and that's the problem. You get into a squall, it's not that the road temperature is so cold or that there's so much snow. It's just temporarily so much snow. It will coat the roadways and make things very slick and dangerous in a few spots. Right now in Charleston, not doing too bad. We have all kinds of advisories. We have wind chill advisories here that go kind of from the central portion of the high mountains on down into Greenbrier County, where we could get some of those wind chills well down below zero when it howls, when the wind howls. And we have a little stripe here of winter weather advisories and what I would kind of call the neck of the eastern panhandle. Then we move out to the east. We have wind advisories for winds that will continue not only for the eastern panhandle, but for western Maryland, all the way down that I-81 corridor. That's good until tomorrow afternoon, plus travel advisories for eastern Kentucky. Now, those are the official areas. I'll just tell you, wherever it's snowing right now and you have kind of a quote-unquote a downpour of snow, you need to watch out temporarily. And then later tonight, after about 7, 8 o'clock, the refreeze, the wind chill. Oh, here you go. You have single digits here in the high terrain area, lots of teens, so you have to bundle up. And your wind gusts are pretty strong again from Bluefield to Martinsburg. 22, 24 miles per hour could have some stronger gusts tonight and tomorrow, especially to the east. More on your local forecast in just a few minutes.
Still to come on West Virginia tonight, with the weather really cooling down, more ski resorts in the area. Prepare for opening day. We'll take you there next.
We make our flaky made-from-scratch biscuits the Hardee's way, which means we hand-make them like we do almost everything.
Because that's what makes them so tasty, right, Dad?
I wasn't kidding about the hand-making stuff. Any 2 breakfast sandwiches, only $4. Hardee's, because it tastes better.
Toyota-thon's on. Look at all those Toyotas.
Bet you could get a great deal in there. Yeah, we should go check it out.
Check it out. Impressive.
Sometimes you just have to snap them out of it a little bit.
Now get $1,000 cash back from Toyota on a Camry, up to $1,500 on a sporty Corolla, or get $2,000 cash back on a Highlander that seats up to 8.
'Tis the season. Toyota-thon is on.
Toyota, let's go places.
You may not have noticed, but it's all connected to the internet. Sure, it's YouTube, Netflix, and adorable selfies, but it's also high-octane gaming, security cams, thermostats, your fridge, Wi-Fi speakers, smartwatches, workout equipment, pet feeders, and even crock pots. Seriously, and it's all on the same internet connection. At least with internet from Suddenlink, your home can live up to its fully connected potential. Without it, not so much. Suddenlink, the fastest internet provider in the U.S.
At Hardee's, we wake up at 4 a.m. to make our buttermilk biscuits from scratch. But I don't believe in clocks. My body wakes me up when I tell it to. Body. Any 2 breakfast sandwiches, only $4. Hardee's, because it tastes better.
What do you get the person that loves to tailgate? How about a new tailgate?
Turn Black Friday into Buick Friday with special deals on Buick's 3 SUVs. Like $5,500 total value on this 2018 Encore Preferred when you finance through GM Financial.
See your Southern West Virginia Buick dealer today.
59 News keeps you informed, and Storm Chopper 59 keeps you safe.
Now that the weather has cooled down, a well-known ski resort in Raleigh County is starting to prepare for the upcoming season. Reporter Taylor Newman brings us more with this story.
I'm here at Winter Place where today is the first official day of them blowing snow. They hope that the cooler temperatures will stick around so they can have as much snow on the ground as possible. It was an exciting day for Winter Place Resort. They started their snowmakers early Tuesday morning, which means they are starting to lay down their foundation for some smooth slopes.
We're going to have a December full of great skiing.
They've upgraded their snowmaking system this year, which means they can get more snow out on the mountain quicker than previous years. Executive Vice President for Winter Place, Tom Wagner, says it's still early in the season, but they are taking advantage of the weather right now.
Oh, I'm really excited. This is one of the best times of the year. It's so much fun.
Winter Place was voted the #1 resort by Blue Ridge Outdoors magazine to learn how to ski and snowboard in the Southeast, which means every year thousands of people travel to the resort to get their first experience.
As long as the temperatures stay cold, that's the beauty of it, we can make snow.
As of right now, they do not have a set date for opening day. Reporting in Raleigh County for West Virginia tonight, I'm Taylor Newman.
Brr, looks a little cold out there, Taylor. All right, to Elkins we go. In downtown area is featuring some new Christmas decorations just in time for the holiday season. Members of the Finance Committee and Elkins City Council voted to buy 50 snowflake lights for the downtown area, including South Davis Avenue, Railroad Avenue, and several adjacent streets. Mayor Van Broughton says the holiday season starts a little earlier in the Elkins area, and the lights are a great addition to downtown.
Our Christmas starts middle of November, and right during Thanksgiving too, but we got a lot of people from out of town and even out of state coming around in trains, so we want to have the Christmas and the winter wonderland atmosphere downtown.
Officials say the previous lights were more than 30 years old and needed to be replaced. This year is the first for the lights to be added to Railroad Avenue. Well, Christmas is in the air in Huntington as well tonight as the community is getting ready to officially kick off the holiday season. Our anchor Pat Simon is right in the thick of the things in downtown Huntington. Pat, you look a little cold out there, my friend.
My friend, it is very chilly in downtown Huntington tonight. Mark, I'll go a little old school on you, borrowing from the late Andy Williams. It's the most wonderful time of the year as we kick off officially the holiday shopping season, the holiday season, with the 6th annual Christmas tree lighting. It gets underway here in Huntington at the Big Sandy Arena Plaza next hour. And we'll be joined by Mayor Steve Williams and his wife, Mary Poindexter Williams. They'll officially flip the switch and we'll see that Christmas tree behind me light up with 1,000 lights. It's a 26-foot tall Christmas tree, and then that's when everybody is really going to get in the Christmas spirit. And by the way, music starts at 6 o'clock by the Magical Choir from Cabell Midland High School. So we invite everybody from Cabell counties and the surrounding areas to come out here. And by the way, if you're watching on WOWK, we will bring the lighting of the Christmas tree to you live at 6:24. For now, Mark, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Pat, keep warm. The Huntington Cabell Wayne Animal Shelter is kicking off its Home for the Holidays foster campaign. The program asks you to become a foster parent and will allow dogs and cats to spend about 2 weeks outside of the shelter so you both can enjoy the holidays together. If you're interested in becoming a foster parent to a furry friend, you can visit the animal shelter anytime between 10 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
We have about 100 dogs here right now, and if the 30 that we're sending to rescue will take us down to 70, and we'd love to get another 30 or so out so that we just have a small number to care for through the holidays. Right now we are at capacity. We only have a couple of empty cages or runs to put them in.
Again, just to repeat myself, if you're interested in adopting or foster parenting one of these animals, you can visit the animal shelter anytime between 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Again, that's Monday through Saturday. Well, right now we're taking a live look outside over downtown Charleston, the Kanawha River. We'll be right back on West Virginia Tonight with your complete local forecast.
Education is a vital part of everyday life. I'm Janet Nehawk with S.J. Nehawk. Locations and are now 71 years and 3 generations. As you continue your education, strive to be excellent.
Hey, it's your pal, the $6 Million Man. Remember how happy you were getting me as a kid? Feel that way again with a stylish Honda Accord during Happy Honda Days. It comes with a standard turbocharged engine and Honda Sensing, a suite of safety and driver assist features. Yep, they really did build the Accord better, stronger, faster. Wait, where have I heard that before? Get something you'll love during Happy Honda Days with great deals on the Honda Accord. Right now at your Honda dealer.
Are you decent? What it be today, matey? A bit o' deep tissue?
Look, man, I didn't order a pirate massage.
Restart your day at Bojangles. Bojangles' delicious breakfast biscuits are served all day, so you can restart your day anytime. Come in today for a steak biscuit. Bojangles, it's bow time.
Did I miss the sale? 2 pairs of glasses for $38.71? No, that's our everyday price. Come on. Fire sale? Closeout? You're overstocked?
We're perfectly stocked.
This week only?
It's every day, and we can make your glasses today.
2 pairs start at $38.71, and 2 pairs of Progressives just $76.92.
Okay, it's our everyday sale. I knew it. Am I late?
For the best everyday prices in eyewear, come to iMart Express.
Right glasses.
Right price.
Right now.
Education is a vital part of everyday life. I'm Janet Nehawk with S.J. Nehawk Lumber. Through education, we grew to 3 locations and are now 71 years and 3 generations. As you continue your education, strive to be excellent.
Someone who can help with a
Are you designing a kitchen? Alexa, what's my news today?
This is your 59 News update, powered locally by S.J. Nehawk Lumber Company.
News, weather, school closings, all you have to do is ask. 59 News is using the latest technology to keep you up to date at home or at work or anywhere in between. 59 News and Amazon's Alexa. News and weather whenever and wherever you are.
Now, Storm Tracker weather.
Hi, everybody. Well, a little bit of snow previously, early in the day. Mark was out doing his rounds here at the Capitol, and they're getting ready here with the state Christmas tree. Tuesday, we'll be watching them flip the light switch on that one. You can see got some work crews over here putting up the holiday decorations, so getting ready for Christmas at the state Capitol. And again, this is before the squalls came in, and they really came in after about 3, 4 o'clock. Now, we have all kinds of advisories, but I'll tell you this, just because your county may not be lit up on the map, you could still have the kind of weather that's inconvenient, maybe even a little challenging to try to get around in. So be careful out there basically tonight through tomorrow morning, especially southern West Virginia and up here in the highest terrain, Green Bay County on up through the snowshoe area east of Elkins where we have wind chill advisories. That is going to be pretty nasty where the wind chills could drop down below 0. Wind's going to be stout, blowing the snow around up here. Winter weather advisories in the eastern panhandle as well as high wind advisories that go all the way down to Tazewell. Toward Parisburg as well, Giles County, and continue on down toward Wytheville. And eastern Kentucky also has advisories. So why not West Virginia? Well, you do have to meet a certain number of inches here or there, but certainly there are other what we call short-term weather statements that are out that would just kind of advise you be really super careful traveling around, especially until the squalls die down, and they generally don't until a couple of hours after sunset, and even then the upslope snow continues here in the high terrain as the air rises up the mountains. Well, we have 20s for your air temperature, your wind gusts 15, 19, 24 miles per hour, especially east of I-79, your wind chill. It's pretty nasty out there. You want to bundle up. It feels like it's in the teens pretty much everywhere. Although in Bluefield, the air-conditioned city, it's the refrigerated city, the deep freeze. It feels like 5. And we have road temperatures are very crucial, of course. Salt, yes, it will work to a certain point, but you get down here where we're looking at some of these spots where the road temperature is down below 20 on the spine of the mountains. That can be problematic. Again, bridges and overpasses freeze first. Just because the road temperature is 32, 31 doesn't mean it instantly freezes, especially if it's just on the ground. But if you're elevated, like a bridge or an overpass, and it's not treated, that's where you need to watch out first. There are the bands of snow still coming in from the west, and if you'll note, they're concentrated near the radars, so basically there's at least light snow falling all through this area, but those bands of heavier snow again around the Pittsburgh area, went through the Charleston area, from the Huntington area, extending on over to, let's say, Fayette County, and maybe even some wet snow on over toward the Prestonsburg area. Things are going to dry out eventually. So tonight we could pick up another inch here in the high terrain as the upslope snow continues, a little streamer band north of Morgantown, but then finally we start to clear out from south to north tomorrow for a little while. Thursday, it's a little warmer. Might get a sprinkle on the southern portion of the state by Thursday evening, right there. And then once again, some rain on Friday. So we'll keep you up to date on the changing weather and the changing road conditions coming up at 6.
Visited my mom at the nursing home for Thanksgiving, and I could not believe what was going on at that place.
I'm attorney Jeff Stewart. If you have any suspicions about the treatment of your loved one at the nursing home, let me investigate your case.
Hi. Hi. Do your dentures come with a guarantee?
Oh no, dentures don't. But this thing did. Melts away love handles or your money back.
I'll be right with you.
Okay, let's try something new.
Hi.
Hi.
Do your dentures come with a money-back guarantee?
Absolutely.
Did you hear that?
They already know.
At Aspen Dental, we're a different kind of dentist with up to 30% off dental services and 12-month special financing available. Schedule online or call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL, a general dentistry office.
I've got 2 words for you. Ben Stiller. Episode 6 blew my mind.
Oh, yeah, don't say anything.
I won't. Okay, from the big screen to the director's chair to rock star. Next great show.
Tomorrow morning on CBS 59.
Coming up on 59 News at 6, it's a day to give to the charities that help thousands of people across our region. Our Hope for the Holidays campaign is in full swing and it's easy to donate. Just visit our Facebook page to donate. Plus, protesters gather to fight against the Mountain Valley Pipeline project in our region. A look at what they're doing and how authorities responded to the protesters. And a trial for a man accused of second-degree murder begins. A look at what happened in the courtroom today and what's next in the trial. These stories and more next on 59 News at 6.
Everyone's excited about the award-winning Chevy vehicles at your local dealer.
I could get used to this.
And you will be too when you get these great deals on your favorite Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs.
How is that even possible?
Get a total value of $11,000 on this Silverado when you finance with GM Financial. Or during the Black Friday sales event, get 0% financing for 72 months on all 2018 Silverado pickups. See your Southern West Virginia Chevy dealers.
At WVU Tech, we are training the scientists, engineers, leaders, and entrepreneurs who will guide our state and nation into the future, right here in Beckley.
The CBS 59 Financial Report is brought to you by MCNB Bank's Trust and Financial Services Division. We're community-minded, just like you.
You're watching 59 News.
Held and faculty gathered today on campus for a big event. The Every Gift Matters Scholarship Campaign kicks off. It aims at extending financial assistance through the completion of their 4-year degrees.
We're providing the gift of education is what our foundation says, and we want to continue to do that for each and every student who needs that help in terms of funding their education.
With the help of Fairmont State alumni Gary and Renee Ladon, Fairmont State Foundation has agreed to match every campaign gift dollar for up to $250,000. The campaign will run until December of 2019. For more information on how you can donate, just visit the scholarship website at www.fsufoundation.org. Great cause. Fairmount Church is joining Giving Tuesday as it presented a check to the United Way. The Christ Episcopal Church of Fairmount donated $57,000 to the United Way of Marion County. The church's donation helps the United Way grow closer to this year's funding goal of $475,000. The goal is 68% complete at this time.
It's so much easier to give to one organization knowing that will be multiplied in the community and can do way more to help a larger group of people than I can by just giving money to one person.
The United Way of Marion County supports more than 22 health and human service organizations. To donate, call the United Way of Marion County at 304-366-4550. We'll be right back with more on West Virginia Tonight.
Go to iTunes or the Google Play Store and download the Storm Tracker 59 app, and we'll keep you informed of the storms, because we're all in this together.
Ashley Home Store Mattress Gallery. Get up to 72 months zero-interest financing on the mattress of your dreams, starting at only $28 per month. Only at the Mattress Gallery in Ashley Home Store, America's #1 furniture and mattress store.
Typical car insurance policy. Know what's in it?
Pages and pages of exclusions and some benefits.
So you get injured. An insurance company might not tell you everything they should pay.
Insurance companies want to save money.
We're Farmer, Klein and Campbell. From the bold print to the fine print, we know what they must pay.
We read these policies every day. You want to know what the insurance company's not telling you about?
Talk to us first and find out how much more money you might be entitled to.
We know car wrecks.
Unlike Santa's presents, ours don't just magically appear. They're designed meticulously. Every bolt, stitch, line of code, tested and tested again. Until finally this. Elves got nothing on us.
Now get an F-150 with 0% financing for 72 months or $10,000 in total savings. That's $10,000 only at your local Ford store.
There is a hospital where intricate procedures are leading to big breakthroughs. A medical destination where a comprehensive team of surgical specialists are also researchers and educators who use the latest minimally invasive techniques to precisely pinpoint diagnoses so the treatment and healing can begin. The Institute for Minimally Invasive Surgery at Cabell Huntington Hospital, where small incisions are the best decision.
It's no coin toss who's the best midsize sedan. The Honda Accord has the heads up on the competition. Now with a game-changing deal that won't sack your wallet, with more room and more technology features than Camry. Plus forward collision prevention to help avoid that big hit. It's easy to see why getting an Accord is a call even a referee can't miss. Excessively celebrate with an amazing deal on the 2018 Accord. See your Blue Ridge Honda dealer today.
Culinary arts students at West Virginia Northern spent their afternoon embracing the weather to carve out some spectacular ice sculptures as part of their class today using chainsaws. 6 students had the chance to do their own design, which they will be then graded upon for part of their work as the garden manager training, which is very cool. It's in a well-ventilated area where cool dishes are prepared, and a cool day for that. Congratulations. Thanks for joining us this evening on West Virginia Tonight. Have a great night. Your local news at 6 starts right now.
It's time for the Black Friday sales event going on all month long at Northside Chevrolet in Summersville. Now is the time, and the deals have never been better. Buy a new 2018 Silverado 1500 4x4 for only $38,340. Save over $11,000. Come to Northside or visit us on the web at northsidewv.net. The best deals in Central and Southern West Virginia are at Northside, where it's easy to save more. Chevrolet, find new roads.
This is CBS 59. 59 News at 6 starts now.
A pipeline site turned into a crime scene. Welcome to 59 News at 6. I'm Casey Gentile. Riley Phillips and Brandon Van Sickle have the evening off. A developing story in Monroe County as protesters from Appalachians Against Pipeline spent their day stopping work for the Mountain Valley Pipeline. 59 News reporter Regina Gonzalez is live in the newsroom with more. Regina?
Casey, a member of the Appalachians Against Pipeline group, protested at a new level to fight for what they say is a safer environment. Take a look.
Driving through Monroe County, certain residents make it apparent that they do not agree with pipeline construction in the area. But the protest group Appalachians Against Pipelines makes it their mission to take action against the cause.
People just have like a real sense that their desires for like a safe environment to like protect their land and the mountains they live on are not being respected, that their voice isn't being listened to.
This time to new heights.
My fellow comrade has put their body on the line to stop this pipeline. There's active work right now. They're physically laying the pipe in the trench.
For over 8 hours, a member of the Appalachians Against Pipelines group locked their body to a boom tractor suspended in the air to block construction at a Mountain Valley pipeline site off Ellison Ridge Road. Supporting protesters tell 59 News that this person hiked almost 30 minutes to the site early Tuesday morning to use himself as a human shield and stop a fracking gas operation, something they believe is detrimental to our environment.
Is known to like cause earthquakes and like contaminate aquifers. It's like, I mean, all research shows it's an incredibly like unnecessary and environmentally destructive way of extracting natural gas.
We have reached out to the Mountain Valley Pipeline's executive office for a comment about the group. They have not returned the call. The Appalachians Against Pipeline has protested over a dozen times since starting in February of 2018 and insists they will not stop fighting for a safer environment.
For my children, my kid, and their children, and the earth we're going to leave them.
Now, state police and Monroe County Sheriff's Office did respond to the scene. The protester has since been arrested on 3 misdemeanor charges, including trespassing, tampering with a vehicle, and obstructing an officer. Reporting live in the newsroom, I'm Regina Gonzalez, 59 News.
All right, Regina, thank you for that live report. A trial for a Princeton man charged with second-degree murder is underway. 59 News reporter Caroline Forbach was in a Mercer County courtroom today and has more on the trial.
An altercation on Mother's Day left one man dead and another man's life hanging in the balance. Now, a jury will determine his fate. Tuesday is the first day for Thomas Shrine Jr.'s trial. He's accused of shooting and killing a man over Mother's Day weekend. Troopers say Shrine and Bailey Dickerson got into a fight.
2 gentlemen who were uninvited arrived on a dispute that happened. There was an exchange of words and perhaps blows between one of the victims and one of the parties present at the scene. The claim will be that he was defending himself when he used the firearm to fire the fatal shots.
Shrine pulled out a gun and shot Dickerson as he was driving away, causing him to crash his truck into a home along Tony Lane in Princeton. This is video from that accident. Shrine could face 10 to 40 years in prison just for the second-degree murder charge. He is also charged with 2 counts of wanton endangerment. The Mercer County prosecuting attorney says the jury is expected to reach a verdict sometime later this week. Reporting in Mercer County, Caroline Forbach, 59 News.
Around the state, top Republicans and Democrats in the West Virginia Senate are promising better cooperation now that a new leader has been appointed. When Senate President Mitch Carmichael gavels the legislature into session next year, he will have a new majority leader, Republican Senator Tom Takubo, a Kanawha County lung doctor. Takubo was just elected to a second term in the Senate. Both he and his Democratic counterpart are promising to be more cooperative on certain issues.
This is our state, so when we do well as a whole, the whole state wins from that. And I know for a fact that the people I serve with have hearts the size of elephants. I mean, they want West Virginia to win. It doesn't matter what initials at the back of their name.
And when the Democrats were in control, I mean, we worked with the Republicans really well. I mean, it was always a place where we were moderate and balanced and worked well with them. I think the last couple of years that's not really been the case as much, and I'm hoping we can to work together in the Senate.
Both Senate leaders want to pass a bill that provides free tuition at community and technical colleges in West Virginia, so they are working on some common items already. The 2019 legislative session begins on January 9th. 59 News and the United Way of Southern West Virginia are giving hope for the holidays today. And you can help give right now by visiting our 59 News Facebook page. Every dollar helps people like founder of Warm Hands for Warm Hearts, Mike Bone, make sure children in our area know where their next meal is coming from.
No donation is too big or too small. Most organizations run on $5 donations. When you get to 5,000 and you get to 10,000, that's great. But most of us run on $5 donations. So, you know, you take $5 and you use it wisely, and it can feed 2 or 3 kids for a few days.
If you donate today, Facebook might double your donation. Just visit our 59 News Facebook page and click the donate button. Every single dollar helps, so please consider donating. And of course, our Giving Tuesday campaign could not have been a success without the help of local business owners. Devonna West is the owner of a West Side pharmacy, and she donated $5,000 to the campaign. She says she donates every year as a way to give back to a community that has given so much to her.
That's a great passion. It's a great feeling. It's very rewarding when you go out into these schools and you give these children these shoes that are just simple. A $20 donation can buy a child a pair of shoes that just makes their year. And with that being said, that makes me very passionate. And I'm very passionate about the United Way. And that's why I give, and I give with my heart.
Devonna challenges everyone to donate. No donation is too small. Meanwhile, King Cole Chevrolet in the city of Oak Hill donated $1,000 to the campaign. Manager Chase Barton says it's the season of giving, and if you can make someone's holiday a little more enjoyable by giving a few dollars, it really makes a difference.
Make somebody's Christmas a little brighter, a dinner a little brighter. I mean, anything we can do to help and help the United Way is just an awesome thing.
And remember, if you donate today, Facebook will hopefully match your donation. But if you cannot donate today, no worries. Our fundraiser does not end until Friday at midnight. Turning to weather, we saw some wintry weather move in today, but what does the rest of our week look like? Let's send things over to Storm Tracker 59 meteorologist Zach Guion to find out. Hey, Zach.
Hey, Casey, it was very cold today. We can expect more of the same for tomorrow, but later in the week, we have a gradual warm up heading into the weekend, so we have something to look forward to. But for now, we got to keep our eye on these cold conditions as well as the strong wind speeds coming out of the northwest. We do have a wind chill advisory in effect in the overnight hours for western Greenbrier and parts of Pocahontas counties. If you are in these areas, make sure you limit your time outdoors and definitely bundle up if you are spending time outside, because the cold temperatures in the teens tonight, as well as the strong winds, could definitely be a bit of a concern. Our Storm Tracker 59 HD Dual Live Doppler shows some light showers and flurries across the area. The higher elevations, of course, seeing the majority of those flurries. But for most of us, we're not expecting more than another dusting going into the overnight hours. And by Wednesday, we eventually start to clear out, and then a warm up from there going into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We see temperatures climb to the 40s and eventually 50s by the weekend.
All right, thank you. Well, as Zach mentioned earlier, it is going to get chilly as we head into tonight, but that won't stop some people from camping out in the cold for some free Chick-fil-A. 59 News reporter David Horak is live in Beckley with the latest. Hey, David.
Hey, Casey, the flakes are getting thicker, the winds are picking up, and it's getting colder and colder by the hour. But that's not going to stop these wonderful folks from over here in Beckley. They got themselves some free Chick-fil-A. And I'm joined right now by Matt Peel from all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, from corporate headquarters of Chick-fil-A, your guys' third Beckley franchise. Congratulations. Tell me about this customer base that you guys have out here that are just that passionate about not only free food, but also the type of service that you guys provide.
We've got some pretty amazing fans out here, and they are literally going to be camping out all night to get Chick-fil-A free for a year. So we've been having fun all day, had games going on and giveaways and prizes. But the real prize comes tomorrow when they get their Chick-fil-A free for a year.
No kidding. And talk about the training, because I saw some employees that you guys are going to have at this location going through the motions back there in the kitchen.
So we've got 80 new team members that were hired from the area for this location. So yeah, all the team members, they're getting their kind of final training, getting ready and prepped for the grand opening day tomorrow.
Looking forward to it. Thanks so much, Matt. And we're going to talk to these lovely folks in time for our next newscast coming up at 10 o'clock on our sister station, Fox 59. For now, reporting live in Beckley, David Horak, 59 News. Casey, we're going to send it back to you in that warm, cozy studio.
All right, David, thank you. Stay warm out there. Well, a local organization is making sure families stay warm this winter. The Helping Hands Community Resource Center in Beckley is in desperate need of new or gently used blankets and throws. Last year, they were able to collect over 1,000 blankets, and they are looking to do that again. The organization serves 723 families in Raleigh County. Director of Helping Hands, Edna Nasby, says many families are in dire need of something as simple as a blanket.
I know that we asked some of our clients questions, and you'd be shocked of how many. I say, what is your permanent address? Because they all say we have to have an address. And they say we don't have one.
Helping Hands is also in great need of coats for men, women, and children, also socks, gloves, and new toboggans. All items can be dropped off at the Resource Center. If you can call the center, they can arrange for someone to come and pick those items up for you. Well, still to come on 59 News at 6, a new project aimed at increasing tourism gets in motion. The details after the break.
Another very cold night ahead of us, but we start to warm back up going into the later end of the week, into the weekend. All details on all that and more coming right up after the break.
This is CBS 59 with Riley Phillips, Brandon Van Sickle, and Storm Tracker 59 meteorologist Heidi Moore. You're watching 59 News.
Tonight's first forecast is brought to you by Mountaineer Automotive, where taking care of you is what we do.
Back years ago, I knew I wanted a dealership that actually took care of their customers and their employees. We're growing leaps and bounds. We got an outlet in Crab Orchard and Beaver, and of course our downtown store here at Beckley, West Virginia. The F-150 is one of my picks. Right now we've got a truck that we're advertising for $28,999. It's four-wheel drive.
I feel like when people come in to get service, they know that their vehicle is going to be taken care of. At Mountaineer Automotive,
taking care of you is what we do.
Well, to me, it was a no-brainer to switch to the Anderson 400 series window.
From the exterior of the house, you can't tell which windows are old and which windows are new. They're really very compatible.
I really appreciate the energy efficiency of the 400 series.
Anderson, in my opinion, is the heavyweight champ.
You can find all you need for your home solutions. S.J. Neathawk Lumber Company in Lewisburg and Covington.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Add some color to your Black Friday and get a great deal on a Jeep SUV, the best-selling SUV brand. Because the holidays are where you take them. And with a Jeep SUV, you can take them anywhere. Great deals going on all month at the Jeep Black Friday sales event. Or well-qualified returning FCA lessees get a low-mileage lease on the 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4x4 for $279 a month.
We like to take a simpler approach to shopping your insurance needs. Sit down, understand what you really need, match that up with the most competitive coverage that we can find.
We have home, auto, life, and commercial insurance. I like meeting new people, being available for them so they can come to the office and talk.
We are that local face that you get to see instead of some unknown voice on the other end of the phone. West Virginia Insurance Agency. We're more than just coverage, we're community.
When you've been seriously injured, it's easy to find an attorney, but you need to find the right attorney. You need an attorney who knows how to talk the talk and walk the walk. At the Mize Law Firm, we've settled million-dollar cases and we've taken million-dollar cases to trial. Most attorneys aren't willing to go to trial. To get the compensation you deserve, you need to maximize. Don't compromise. Call John Mize.
Attorney at law in Beckley. Now with the area's most accurate forecast, Storm Tracker 59.
Good evening and welcome back. I'm meteorologist Zach Guion, and all I can say right now is brr, because we're very cold and we're going to stay cold going into the overnight hours. We actually have a wind chill advisory in effect for western Greenbrier and Pocahontas counties. The higher elevations are expected to get some much colder temperatures as well as some much stronger winds through the overnight hours tonight. Definitely limit your outdoor time if you are in these areas, because this wind combined with the cold temperatures is very dangerous and very something that you don't want to spend much time in. Taking a look at our Storm Tracker 59 HD2 Live Doppler, turning to the attention on the snowfall. We continue to see some light flurries fall across the area, but most spots aren't seeing a whole lot. It's just some light flurries and not a whole lot of accumulation is expected going into the overnight hours. It's looking like mostly just a dusting for the lower elevations. The higher elevations could see another inch or two, but it's not looking like a whole lot. So we'll continue to watch these snow showers as they funnel around the very back end of this low pressure system that came through yesterday. But look off to the west, we got high pressure that will move in by later tomorrow, and then we'll start to see some more sunshine by the end of our Wednesday. Temperatures, however, will still be very cold, just like they are today. Most spots are in the lower 20s right now, and we're expecting temperatures in the teens tonight. So it's definitely at night you want to crank up the heat a few degrees and limit your outdoor time because it's very cold. Here's why. The jet stream is a ginormous trough over the eastern U.S., and we don't often see a whole lot of these pink and purple colors move through our area. This is what we typically see in Canada for most of the year during the winter, but it's definitely dropped a lot of colder air into our area around this big low pressure system. We're going to stay well below our average temperatures for this time of year all the way up through Wednesday, and towards Thursday we finally start to heat things up back into the 40s. Let's take a look at predictors. Some snow showers continuing on throughout the area tonight, some more flurries by the end of the day tomorrow, but most of the showers are confined to the mountains by Wednesday. As high pressure moves in, we start to clear up the clouds a little bit and we see a little bit more sunshine. However, the sun doesn't really help against the cold air that's moving in. We're still going to see temperatures barely close to that freezing mark. By later in the day on Wednesday going into Thursday, we're a little bit warmer with temperatures in the 40s, but then a warm front starts to approach us and bring some rain showers. So rain makes a return late into the overnight hours going Thursday into Friday, and then into Friday we continue the shower chance around into the weekend as well. The good news with this warm front though is look at the name. It's a warm front. It's bringing warmer temperatures, so we'll look for that as we go into later in the week. Snow totals, like I mentioned, just a coating for most of us, especially the lower elevations. Along this ridge line going up through 64 and into western Greenbrier and Pocahontas, we could see the highest amounts, which could be close to another 1 to 2 inches by the end of the day tomorrow. So like I said, tonight, very cold. Temperatures near the teens, in the 15 degrees is our low for Beckley. Light flurries, super cold northwest winds. You've heard it all. And then going into the 10-day forecast, we do start to heat up finally by later in the week. We see temperatures in the 40s by Thursday and Friday, then showers continue on into the weekend, but we're seeing temperatures much warmer into the upper 50s by Sunday, and those showers finally clear out. So looking by Monday, we're looking nice and dry, we're warmer. We just have to get through the cold temperatures and the rain heading into the weekend.
All right, Zach, thank you. After the break, one local community is getting into the holiday spirit. Find out how as 59 News at 6 continues.
The Storm Tracker 59 10-day forecast is brought to you exclusively by your Toyota dealers.
Toyota is taking over Black Friday with incredible pre-holiday savings. Now, lease a 2019 Corolla for only $199 a month, or buy with $1,500 cash back, or save on a Camry with 0.9% APR, or $1,000 cash back. Visit buyatoyota.com for deals. No lines, no gimmicks, just a Black Friday Toyota takeover. Toyota, let's go places.
You've been seriously injured. Now it's time to pick a lawyer.
You pick one with big verdicts and settlements?
We've successfully handled many million-dollar cases.
How about the recommendation of a friend?
We've probably helped somebody in your neighborhood.
How about a firm with lots of resources?
You can have it all.
We're Farmer Klein & Campbell.
Well-known and very effective.
When you call us about your injury, you'll know you've made the right decision.
Farmer Klein & Campbell is the way to go. Call 252-5990.
Bojangles biscuits are made from scratch all day. That's why when you're craving the absolute best biscuits, there's only one place to go. Bojangles. Come in today for our country fried steak biscuit. Bojangles, it's bow time.
This is Attorney Jeff Stewart.
I'm so mad at what happened at the nursing home.
Tell me what happened.
Well, my grandmother went missing, and nobody can tell me what happened. I mean...
That's unacceptable. I know what to do. Call me. I know what to do.
Raynell Medical Center is proud to offer the best in healthcare in your area. Over the past 2 years, we've expanded our facilities to many areas of Greenbrier County, and there are more coming soon. We offer medical services, dental services, pharmacy, and behavioral health. So visit any of the Raynell Medical Center healthcare offices in Raynell, Meadow Bridge, Alderson, Maxwellton, and White Sulphur Springs. Raynell Medical Center, excellent healthcare right at home.
Unlike Santa's presents, ours don't just magically appear. They're designed meticulously. Every bolt, stitch, line of code, tested and tested again. Until finally this. Elves got nothing on us.
Now get an F-150 with 0% financing for 72 months or $10,000 in total savings. That's $10,000 only at your local Ford store.
Welcome back. A new trails project is the latest endeavor in Mercer County's movement to increase tourism. Plans are in motion to blaze new trails for hiking, bicycling, and horseback riding, as well as a kayaking route. The project is funded by a $150,000 grant from the West Virginia Department of Transportation's Recreational Trails Program. Mercer County Commissioner Bill Archer said the first part of development will focus on the trail from U.S. Route 19 in Camp Creek to the Bluestone River and from Brush Creek Falls State Park to the Bluestone River. Work on the project is expected to begin after winter. Well, this weekend is Beckley's annual Christmas parade. The parade will be on Saturday and it will begin at 11 in the morning. Lineup will begin at 9:30 at Park Middle School for floats and at 10 at the Beckley Intermodal Gateway Plaza for bands, schools, and walking units. The parade will take course through downtown Beckley. This year's theme is Joy to the World in honor of the World Boy Scout Jamboree coming to the area next year. Well, coming up, we head to Morgantown for the latest on the Mountaineers. Don't go anywhere. Your WVI report is after the break.
Once again, you have made 59 News the #1 newscast at 10. 59 News thanks you for your continued support, because we are all in this together.
It's no coin toss who's the best midsize sedan. The Honda Accord has the heads up on the competition. Now with a game-changing deal that won't sack your wallet, with more room and more technology features than Camry. Plus, forward collision prevention to help avoid that big hit. It's easy to see why getting an Accord is a call even a referee can't miss. Excessively celebrate with an amazing deal on the 2018 Accord. See your Blue Ridge Honda dealer today.
Unlike Santa's presents, ours don't just magically appear. They're designed meticulously. Every bolt, stitch, line of code, tested and tested again. Until finally this. Elves got nothing on us.
Now get an F-150 with 0% financing for 72 months or $10,000 in total savings. That's $10,000 only at your local Ford store.
When it comes to safety, reliability, and responsibility, First Energy is always looking for smarter ways to reach new heights. Like using drones to inspect our equipment for birds like ospreys who nest on our towers. This new technology is a safer, easier way to diagnose issues of all types, quickly and accurately. And that's helping to protect your way of life and theirs. See the whole story at firstenergycorp.com.
At I-77 Chevrolet, Cowboy Jim is back in black and lassoed Black Friday savings for you.
Saddle up and ride out to where it's cheaper in the country, really.
Cowboy Jim has corralled savings up to $15,000 off Silverados. He's even tracked down as much as 20% off tracks. Cowboy Jim is chasing down Suburbans and Tahoes at 0% for 72 months.
Only at I-77 Chevrolet, where it's cheaper in the country, really.
Open the door to a new career at the Academy of Careers and Technology in Beckley. We are now testing for our award-winning cosmetology program. Receive one-on-one training in our fully equipped facility. Learn the fundamentals and latest trends of haircutting, styling, coloring, as well as skin and nail care. Turn your talent and creativity into a professional career and make beauty your future. Space is limited, so call or click today. Academy of Careers and Technology, preparing students for their future.
The 3-game homestand continues tomorrow night for the WVU men's basketball team. The Mountaineers are fresh off a 12-point win over Valpo to improve to 3-2 on the season. Sagaba Kanate and Issa Ahmad led West Virginia with career-high days in scoring. Most of Ahmad's points came off the glass, while Kanate downed 5 threes. Coach Huggins said he is looking for improvement when it comes to consistent scoring from his upperclassmen, while the young guys continue to gain confidence and experience.
Jump shots are wonderful things when they go in. And when they don't go in, they lead to scoring opportunities for somebody else. Not that you don't shoot them, you need to shoot them, but when they're not going in, you need to find another way to score. And we need to do a better job of throwing in the post. We need to do a better job of posting in the post, which Sags did a great job of the first half against St. Joe's, and then kind of got away from it. They started double teaming them and stuff, but we got to throw it close. We got to be able to ISO those guys and throw it close.
WVU men's hoops versus Ryder Wednesday night at 6:30 at the Coliseum. After missing the last 2 games, Coach Huggins said James Beetle Bowden participated in a full practice on Monday, and he expects him to be back in the lineup tomorrow night. That's the latest on the Mountaineers here in Morgantown. I'm Angelica Trenone.
Coming up on 59 News at 6, we'll get a final check of the forecast with Storm Center 59 meteorologist Zach Guion. And as we go to break, here's a look at our 59 News Fan of the Day.
This WVI report has been brought to you by your Southern West Virginia Chevy dealers.
Everyone's excited about the award-winning Chevy vehicles at your local dealer.
I could get used to this.
And you will be too when you get these great deals on your favorite Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs.
How is that even possible?
Get a total value of $11,000 on this Silverado when you finance with GM Financial. Or during the Black Friday sales event, get 0% financing for 72 months on all 2018 Silverado pickups. See your Southern West Virginia Chevy dealers.
Convention says blindness is only in the eyes, but we say conventional thinking is blinding us. At UPMC, we look through the eyes and into the mind for solutions to blindness. With that kind of thinking, an irreversible condition can become history. We are uncommon to the core. We are UPMC. Heavenly hand cream. Heavenly hand cream? My hands get so dry and cracked, I need serious relief. That's why I use O'Keeffe's Working Hands. It's America's #1 selling hand cream for guaranteed relief of dry, cracked hands. Thanks to O'Keeffe's, I got my hands back.
Here at Sylvania, we're always looking to improve our headlights.
Wow.
To help people see farther. Wow. And drive safer.
Wow.
Switch to Sylvania Silver Star Ultra for 100% more wow. Think farther down the road.
It's time to take a test drive at Pantella Mitsubishi. We have hundreds of vehicles in stock and ready to go. Save over $4,000 on a 2018 Outlander Sport for only $254 per month. Or the all-wheel drive 2018 Eclipse Cross ES for only $299 per month. All new Mitsubishis have a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty.
Come see me today at Pantella Mitsubishi, I-77 Exit 9 in Princeton. Look for the Big Red Triple Diamond or at Pantella.com.
So you guys have recently started dating? Yes. Cool. I want to show you guys 3 Chevy SUVs. The first one is called the Trax. Great for when you move in together. And this is the Chevy Equinox. Perfect for when you 2 have your first kid.
Give me some time.
Okay. This is the Traverse for when you have your 5 kids, 2 dogs, and 1 cat. Whoa.
Get 20% below MSRP on all 2018 Trax models when you finance with GM Financial. That's almost $6,000 on this Chevy Trax. See your Southern West Virginia Chevy dealers.
Coming up, fearing for their lives, the active shooter emergency that turned out to be a drill. Plus, did 189 people die because of pilot error or a computer glitch? And the team that helped their rivals get back on the court. Coming up on the CBS Evening News with Jeff Glor.
Got a medical question? Ask the Doc. Visit our website and click our Ask the Doc banner to submit your questions. Then watch 59 News, where we've teamed up with Dr. An Abjad to provide you expert medical advice, because we're all in this together.
And here's one final check of the forecast. We're cold again tomorrow, some flurries early in the day, but then we clear up and get a little bit more sunshine by later. Later in the week, we warm up, we get the showers back in the forecast, but we're warmer, so that's nice, Casey.
That is good news. Light at the end of the tunnel.
Looking forward to it.
Well, that's all the time we have for 59 News at 6. Thank you for joining us. Remember, you can read these stories and more by going online to our website, WVNSTV.com, and you can also get the latest updates from Alexa on your Amazon devices.
And be sure to join us for our next newscast on our sister station, 59 News on Fox 59 at 10. Have a great evening, everyone.